makinig at matuto. Welcome sa ating lesson ngayong araw. Good day everyone. My name is J. Mark Makundan. At ngayong araw, pag-aaralan natin ang tungkol sa plate tectonics, stresses, fault, and different types of boundaries. Pag-aaralan natin ang iba't ibang uri ng boundaries at ano-ano nga ba ang mga movement nito at ano-ano rin ang mga mabubuo sa iba't ibang uri ng boundaries. Kaya't makinig at matuto sa ating pag-aaral ngayong araw. The theory of plate tectonics, boundaries, stresses, and faults. Objectives of this lesson. The theory of plate tectonics. Describe the composition of the layers of the earth. The third one is identify the types of plate boundaries. And the last one is explain the movement of plates at the different types of boundaries. So, here is the illustration of the earth. Sa nakikita ninyo, yung earth is parang isang itlog na crack. So, yung earth natin ay may mga crack yan. So, malalaman natin kung ano ang tawag dyan. The map and the tectonic plates of the earth. So, gaya ng sabi ko kanina, may nakikita kayong mga white lane dyan sa mapa ng mundo. So, ang tawag dyan ay Earth's plates. So, meron din kayong nakikita dito na color red na pabilog na tinatawag na ring of fire. Bakit nga ba tinawag na ring of fire? Tinawag ito dahil ang lahat ng bansa na nasasakop ng ring of fire ay ang mga bansa na mararaming mga active and inactive volcanoes. Isa dito ang ating bansa, which is the Philippines. So, napapabilang ang Pilipinas sa mga bansang sakop ng Ring of Fire. So, sakop din ito ang Pacific Ocean. So, kaya tinawag ito na Pacific Ring of Fire. Noong mga previous lesson ninyo sa inyong klase, napag-aralan ninyo ang iba't ibang structure ng Earth. So, mag-recall lang tayo. The Earth is made up of 4 layers. First is the crust, mantle, outer core, and last is the inner core. So, saan nga ba matatagpuan itong crust, mantle, outer core, at inner core? So, this is the Earth. And let's define kung saan nga ba makikita ang crust, mantle, outer core, at inner core. So, the crust, the second layer is the mantle, the third layer is the outer core, and the last layer of the earth, or the inner layer of the earth, is the inner core. The layers of the earth. First is crust. Crust is the tough outer part of the earth where we live. The earth crust is made of continental crust and oceanic crust. So, ang crust daw ay ang pinaka-outer part ng earth, kung saan tayo naninirahan, kung saan tayo nagpapatayo ng mga malalaking gusali, kung saan tayo tumatayo. So, yan ang tinatawag na crust. Second one is the mantle. A mantle is a layer inside a planetary body bounded below by a core and above by a crust. Mantles are made up of rocks or ices and are generally the largest and most massive layer of the planetary body. So, ang pinakamalaki na layer sa Earth is ang mantle. So, dito, ang mantle maraming matatagpuan na mga rocks, different rocks and ices. The third one is the outer core. Outer core is a fluid layer about 2,400 km thick and composed of mostly iron and nickel that lies above Earth's solid inner core and below its mantle. The outer core is liquid. So, yung outer core is maraming minerals na matatagpuan, mostly is iron and nickel. So, ang inner core is illiquid. But itong liquid na to is sobrang init po. And the last one is inner core. Inner core is the innermost geologic layer of the planet Earth. It is primarily a solid ball with a radius of about 1,220 km, which is about 20% of Earth's radius or 70% of the Moon's radius. So, ang inner core, ang pinakamainit na layer ng Earth. So, ngayon natutunan natin ang iba't ibang uri o ang apat na layers ng Earth. Una ang crust, pangalawa ang mantle, pangatlo ang outer core, at pang-apat ang inner core. So, if you look at a map of the world, you may notice that some of the continents could fit together like piece of a puzzle. So, kung ating pagmamasdan ng maigi ang mapa ng mundo, so, para daw isang puzzle. So, kung titingnan natin ang mapa at titingnan natin ang iba't ibang kontinente ng mundo, so, pag pinagdugtong natin, ay parang makakabuo tayo ng isang puzzle. So, gaya na lang ng South America, ng Asia, ng Europe, ng America. So, makikita natin na kapag pinagdugtong natin, makakabuo tayo ng isang puzzle. So, plate tectonics. The Earth's crust is divided into 12 major plates, which are moved in various directions. This plate motion causes them to collide, pull apart, or scrape against each other. Each type of interaction causes a characteristic set of Earth structure or tectonic features. The word tectonics refers to the deformation of the crust as a consequence of plate interaction. What is the theory of plate tectonics? The theory that pieces of Earth's lithosphere are in constant motion, driven by convection currents in the mantle. Plates move slowly in different directions, cause different geologic events like earthquake, volcano. So, sabi ng isang dalubhasa, araw-araw daw ay gumagalaw ang plates ng mundo. Pero hindi natin ito namamalayan. What makes the plates move? So, ano nga ba ang nagpapagalaw sa plates? Convection currents in the mantle move the plates as the core hits the slowly flowing asthenosphere, the elastic plastic-like part of the mantle. So, ito yung movement kung bakit gumagalaw ang plates. Ito yun. Tinatawag na convection currents. Sa convection cell, kapag yung hot and cold nagko-convect, so it results plates move. So, dito makikita natin sa mantle part, kaya nagkakaroon ng paggalaw ng mga plates dahil sa tinatawag na convection currents. What are tectonic plates made of? Plates are made of rigid lithosphere. The lithosphere is made up of the crust in the upper part of the mantle. What lies beneath the tectonic plates? Below the lithosphere, which makes up the tectonic plates, is the as tinosphere. The plate boundaries. The edge of Earth's plates meet at plate boundaries, extended deep into the lithosphere. Ito, fault. Fault breaks in Earth's crust where rocks have slipped past each other. So, yung mga breaks in Earth's crust ay tinatawag na fault. Nang dahilan yung mga rocks ay nag-slip each other, kaya nagkakaroon ng fault. There are 3 types of plate boundaries. Ano-ano nga ba yung tatlong types ng plate boundaries? Una, divergent boundaries. Second one, the convergent boundaries. And the third one is the transform boundaries. 3 types of plate boundaries. So, ayun nga. So, makikita natin yung divergent, convergent, and transform boundaries. Makikita natin ang kanilang iba't ibang movement. So, yung isa, nag-pull apart. Yung isa rin, collide. Una, divergent boundaries. So, nasa nakikita nyo? Illustration, meron tayong nakikitang paghihiwalay ng continental crust. Divergent boundary, plates spreading apart or rifting. As plates move apart, new material is erupted to fill the gap. 2 ocean plates result in seafloor spreading and forms the mid-ocean ridge. 2 continental plates result in volcanoes. Mid-ocean ridge, rift valleys, fissure volcanoes. So ito yung napi-feature sa divergent boundary, itong mid-ocean ridge, rift valleys, at saka fissure volcanoes. Seafloor spreading. Where 2 ocean plates are diverging, moving apart, molten magma erupts, forming underwater mountains under the ocean called the mid-ocean ridge. As the ocean plates move further and further apart, new ocean floor is continuously added. This is called seafloor spreading. Number 2, convergent boundaries. Plates colliding together may form mountains, trenches, and or volcanoes. So, yung convergent is nagre-result ng mountains, trenches, and volcanoes. Kapag yung dalawang continental crust is nagko-collide, so it forms mountains, trenches, and or volcanoes. There are three styles of convergent plates boundaries. First, continent to continent collision. Second one, continent to oceanic crust collision. And the third one is ocean to ocean collision. Ano nga ba yung continent to continent collision? A continent plate colliding with another continental plate have collision zones, a place where folded and truss-folded mountain form. So kapag yung isang continent ay nag-collide naman sa isang continent, may it form a mountain. So, nakikita nyo yung illustration dito. Kapag yung continental crust at saka yung continental crust is nag-collide, or yung lithosphere at yung sa kabila lithosphere ay nag-collide, so it forms mountains. So, form mountains. Example nito is yung European Alps or yung Himalayas mountain ranges. So, one of the example of the continent-to-continent collision is the Himalayas mountain ranges. Number 2, continent to oceanic crust collision. If the continent collide to oceanic collision, ocean plate colliding with a less dense continental plate. Subduction zone, the process by which oceanic crust sinks beneath a deep ocean trench and back into the mantle at a convergent plate boundary. So, nagkakaroon ng trench. So, kapag yung continent nagko-collide siya sa oceanic crust, so, it forms a trench. So, continent-to-continent crust collision, ito pa ang mga examples. Cold subduction forms volcanoes and deep ocean trenches. So, ito na nakikita nyo sa picture, in-illustrate dito, kapag yung continent or continental crust nagkukulay sa oceanic crust, nagpo-form siya ng volcanoes or yung deep ocean trenches. Subduction. Oceanic lithosphere subducts underneath the continental lithosphere. Oceanic lithosphere heats and melts, forming magma. The magma rises, forming volcanoes. Example, the Andes. Ocean-to-ocean plate collision. When two oceanic plates collide, one runs over the other, which causes to sink into the mantle, forming a subduction zone. The subducting plate is bent downward to form a very deep depression in the ocean floor called a deep ocean trench. The world's deepest parts of the ocean are found along trenches. Example, the Mariana Trench is 11 km deep. Volcanoes are also formed, resulting in the formation of islands. The third one, boundaries, is the transform boundaries. Where plates slide past each other. Earthquakes frequently occur. Plate boundaries, where two plates move past each other in opposite direction. So, they slip each other or they slide each other. So, yun yung tinatawag na transform boundaries. Transform boundaries, rock is pushed into opposite direction or sideways, but no rock is lost. So, kahit na nag-push sila sa opposite direction, yung mga rocks, sinasabi dito is hindi nawawala yung mga rocks, nakadikit pa rin. So, this stress is called shearing. What happens next at transform boundaries? First is may cause earthquakes when the rock snaps from the pressure. Second is famous fault at the transform boundary is the San Andreas Fault in California. So, ano daw yung mangyayari pagkatapos ng transform boundaries? So, it may cause, syempre, earthquakes talaga. So, one of the famous faults na matatagpuan is sa San Andreas Fault, which is located in California. So, yun lamang po at maraming salamat. I hope, students, na marami kayong natutunan sa pag-aaral natin ngayong araw. Have a good day, stay safe, and God bless.